Hello, everyone, and Happy New Year. Welcome to Theft Talk Thursdays 2023. I'm Richard Labella, your identity theft and fraud protection coach and advisor. This year, I'm putting more emphasis and focus on identity theft and cybersecurity awareness and education. You see, when I started Theft Talk Thursdays in 2022, I created it with the intention of helping people protect themselves from identity theft and fraud. I created IDProtect.expert, a platform for anyone who needed a path of protection in just 15 minutes. I called it my 3P strategy: prepare, plan, protect, which is still available today when you go to IDProtect.expert. I then went on to create an identity theft and fraud protection framework, pictured here. The purpose and value of this framework was created to provide a visual representation of the identity threat landscape to help consumers and business leaders understand the entire spectrum of identity theft and how my 3P strategy can be put into action to protect you and your employees. But something happened last year that raised my awareness. I got a bit of an education myself. After speaking to many of you at holiday parties, business functions, and community gatherings, I learned most people don't know they need to protect their identity because, well, they're unaware of the risks, the exposures and fraud schemes that makes them vulnerable to identity theft and fraud in the first place. That's why I believe more must be done from an education and awareness standpoint. For example, if I leave my car unlocked overnight and there are reports of break-ins, now I'm aware thieves are running around the neighborhood, rummaging through cars looking for valuables. I can remove my valuables and lock my car. But sometimes getting education and awareness to people isn't easy either, and therefore some of the neighbors still fall victim to car break-ins. Some people probably don't care because they might say, well, I don't leave anything of value in my car. My car's so old nobody would gain anything from breaking into it. Well, not true. Someone might steal the car, drive it around the neighborhood, or worse, use it to rob a convenience store and run it across state lines. Same goes for identity theft. When our identities are stolen, there are a number of fraudulent schemes our identities can be used for. Which brings me to this. Most of those I spoke to believe they won't become a victim of identity theft because they have nothing of value to steal, or they believe it would never happen to them, so they weren't concerned. Or they were concerned but didn't have the knowledge or understanding how to protect themselves. No education and no awareness. So little to no action was ever taken. Or some purchased an identity theft monitoring service on their own or were provided free monitoring as a result of a corporate breach. And so those people felt that was enough to protect them. Unfortunately, that couldn't be further from the truth. And that's why I'm putting more emphasis on awareness and education. Because through education and awareness, we can take the right actions to get the right outcomes for identity theft and fraud prevention, detection, response, and recovery. So what's in store in 2023 to improve and enhance cybersecurity and identity theft awareness and education? A few things. First, I will continue Theft Talk Thursdays to help educate everyone about the latest fraud schemes and protection measures you can take to protect yourself from identity theft, fraud, and cybersecurity attacks that aim to steal your identity. I'm very committed to this and have been for 30 years. Secondly, I'm building a community-based platform driven by members who want and need education, training, guidance, and support through virtual live seminars, roundtable discussions, and live training courses that will improve identity theft and fraud prevention for everyone. Thirdly, I'll be providing coaching, mentorship, and advisory services for cybersecurity leaders, business executives, and employees who need cybersecurity strategies that protect people and assets so we can reduce risks commonly associated with phishing attacks, social engineering, account takeover, ransomware, and more. And lastly, I'll be making myself available for public speaking events, board advisory opportunities, and student mentoring. I have a lot planned to help keep you safe in cyberspace throughout 2023. I look forward to taking this journey with you, protecting your identity from the enemy and leveling the playing field in your favor. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, I can be reached at richard@idprotect.expert. Make it a great year, everyone. Be safe.